What if the secret to happiness is hidden in stopping comparisons? Imagine constantly measuring yourself against others, feeling envy and self-doubt creeping in with every glance. Our protagonist knows this struggle all too well, trapped in a cycle of comparison that steals joy and peace. This story begins with their journey to break free and discover true happiness within themselves. The protagonist's days were clouded by constant comparisons. Every time they scrolled through social media or listened to conversations, a wave of envy washed over them. They saw others' successes, happiness, and achievements as reminders of their own shortcomings. Their mind became a mirror reflecting only what they lacked, magnifying insecurities and feeding self-doubt. Simple moments of joy were overshadowed by feelings of inadequacy, as if they were always falling short. This habit of comparison created an invisible barrier, isolating them from true contentment. Instead, friends and family noticed the change, urging them to stop, but the protagonist felt trapped in a relentless cycle. This struggle is familiar to many, making this story deeply relatable and a powerful lesson on the cost of comparison. One day, overwhelmed by feelings of envy and self-doubt, the protagonist met a wise mentor who saw beyond their struggles. Instead of offering empty reassurance, the mentor challenged their mindset with a simple but profound truth. Happiness isn't found by comparing yourself to others, but by embracing your own unique journey. This moment sparked a flicker of hope. For the first time, the protagonist realized that true contentment was possible not by measuring themselves against others, but by appreciating their own worth and path. This encounter marked the start of a hopeful transformation. Determined to change, the protagonist began the difficult journey of breaking free from the habit of comparison. Each day brought internal battles. Old patterns of envy and self-doubt resurfaced, tempting them to fall back into familiar negativity. They struggled to silence the critical voice that measured their worth against others' achievements and appearances. Yet, with the mentor's wisdom guiding them, the protagonist practiced gratitude and self-acceptance. They focused on their own progress, celebrating small victories instead of fixating on others' successes. Gradually, moments of peace replaced anxiety, and confidence grew. Though setbacks occurred, each step forward strengthened their resolve. Over time, the protagonist learned that true happiness comes from embracing their unique path, not from comparing it to anyone else's. After weeks of struggle and growth, the protagonist experienced a profound realization. Before, their life was clouded by constant comparison, envy, and feelings of inadequacy. They measured their worth against others, which only deepened their unhappiness and self-doubt. Every achievement by someone else felt like a personal failure, and joy was fleeting. Now, however, the protagonist embraced a new mindset. True happiness comes from self-acceptance and gratitude for one's own journey. The contrast was striking. Where once there was jealousy and insecurity, now there was peace and contentment. They learned that comparing themselves to others only steals joy, while appreciating their unique path fosters fulfillment. This insight transformed their life, showing that happiness is not about being better than others, but about being at peace with who you are. This shift opened the door to lasting joy and self-love. With this new mindset, the protagonist's life blossomed. They found joy in their own progress, no longer weighed down by envy or self-doubt. Relationships deepened as they embraced authenticity and gratitude. Their confidence grew, fueling continued growth and happiness. This story shows that true contentment comes from within, not from comparison. If this message resonated with you, take the first step today. Like, share, and comment below to inspire others. And subscribe for more empowering stories that help you embrace your unique journey.